Hi, welcome back. It's Celestial Guidance with Jaeneen. My name is Jaeneen, and I'm a spiritual medium. This video is going to be about soul work, doing soul work. If you're going through the dark night of the soul, then you probably should be doing the soul work. And it's like this basically is doing deeper layers. It's like for me, I felt like what do you call it? It's like I feel like I've been going through it like a soul retrieval. Like I can look back on the last 5 years and like I don't know where I was at. I don't know how I functioned. I don't even know how I even had a job. It was like it was that bad. When you're going through, dark night of the soul and you're doing deep layer soul work, the soul work is to help you to find out who you really are. It's find out a deeper level of who you truly are. This video basically is to help you to go past through all that, help you to get through it a little bit easier than to go through like 5 years of being in your head and watching YouTube videos. So this is that's not the way to do it. I would do some work, when because be working a full-time job at the time and, taking care of family and things like that. It was kind of hard to really put time aside for me. And, being miserable and being in your own head and your own stories, it was really hard to really get past that and getting out of the ego mind. So basically, if you're going through soul work, you will isolate, you will become a hermit. You're going to start studying everything you can about, your craft or whatever it is spiritually that you're into. For me, in the beginning, it was a lot just trying to figure out why my head was popping. I thought it was an aneurysm, so it was like, that sent me down rabbit holes. And then I started, one of the feelings of after my head was popping was one of the experiences of, oh my God, I need to remember why I'm here. There was like something like put in my mind that there's a deeper reason why I'm here, and I really need to discover that. And so that set me down another rabbit hole of finding my life purpose and why I'm here and who I really am. And doing the soul work has really opened that up more to help me to remember who I really am. And, being a kid, I've always been psychic, and I don't know how I had forgotten all this, but I have forgotten that I have abilities, that I see spirits or I hear spirits. I don't really necessarily see them, but I hear them and I feel them. And for some, I pushed everything away. Basically, I had blocked everything because a lot of my abilities were opening up in 2008, and I wasn't ready for it. A lot of the things were happening. I didn't understand. I wasn't aware. I wasn't, I don't think I even had a computer at that time. And our phones back then that we had, I don't think were quite as good as they are now. So it wasn't like I can search things and, look up the awakening or find out what I was going through. Wasn't even aware I was even going through an awakening at that point. So it was kind of like a little topsy-turvy. But the best thing when you're going through all this is that you to be easy on yourself, for one. And know that, whatever you're going through, doing deep soul work is going to bring you on the other side of, deeply knowing who you are and what your gifts are, defining your worth, your confidence, feeling enough, and trying to figure out, where it was that, I lost my not feeling good enough, and, it's like, it doesn't help being being born with only one ear and feeling like you never fit in this world in the first place, and then only having one ear, and then just having that being brought out that you're more of a freak, So growing up with that kind of attitude and then being born in 68, so back then things were so different than they are now. Everything was just so closed-minded, and, it's like everybody's just pointing fingers. So all I learned how to do was to protect myself and, don't let anybody see the real me. And that's the only thing I've ever known how to do. So going through the soul work and going through the dark night of the soul has really opened up my eyes on a lot of stuff that I've went through, the stories as a kid, and, whatever I had to overcome, and like how it's affected me now as an adult at 53, and, learning how to overcome that. And, when we go through a lot as kids, our bodies hold on to trauma. And it doesn't matter how old you were or whatever, your body holds on to emotions, memories, it holds on to trauma, and it affects your body as you grow older. And if you don't go and heal through those things as kids, you will bring those through in adulthood. So it's always good to do the soul work. However long it takes you is however long you need to go through it for you. For me, it was 5 years. It was unnecessary, but it was more because I was in my own head, you know, and trying to overanalyze it and then trying to pick apart everything. And I'm so miserable in my own life and in my own world that all I did was try to unplug through YouTube. You know, it was better to have my life watching other people, you know, doing the ghost hunting than it was for me to be doing it for myself. And I didn't think you know, like being a psychic medium, I didn't think I was worthy enough, or I didn't think I was good enough. You know, being, you know, raised, it scared my dad. It freaked him out. So I had a lot of weird things happen. You know, I actually made a tuna casserole blow up out of my mom's microwave, and it went all over the living room. So I kind of freaked my dad out. So we never talked about this stuff. We weren't allowed to talk about it because it scared him. So a lot of these things I had to remember and remember all the things that I've been through to show me who I really am in the, you know, now in this day. And so you will isolate. And when you isolate, it's really good to meditate. Meditate and journal. Journal it all out. Journal everything, however you're feeling. Journaling is a great way. I cannot express it more enough to journal, because it's all about energy. And when you're using your energy and you're journaling all that out, whatever you're feeling, all that muck, all that unworthiness, all that fear, all that, you know, hatred, all those emotions that you're holding on, when you're writing it out, is something about the energy of putting it out on paper, and you're releasing it. You're letting it go. You're letting go of the past. So going through all this, it's really learning how to quiet your mind, for one. And it's how to, what I write, learn to quiet the mind and let go, and go within. So basically it's really quieting the mind. It's quieting the mind chatter, the monkey mind, that lower self of you that's telling you you're not good enough, or, you know, with that person that told you, like my teacher in second grade told me I was stupid in front of the whole class. So I've carried that with me my whole life. I know it's not true, but it still carries in me. And then being reaffirmed by a couple of other bosses, you know, growing up. You know, this one wasn't too long ago. I had a boss tell me I was so stupid. And, you know, it's like it kind of holds into your memory of your body. And then you kind of like start wondering, well, am I really stupid? No, I'm not stupid. I just have different gifts than other people. And I might be a little slower because of what I've been through as a kid, but it doesn't make me stupid. I just may be a little slower. But I work differently than she does or somebody else does. Everybody has their own way of being. And the thing is to not judge, not to be judgmental, just accept everybody who they are, because everybody has different unique gifts. So the first thing was to quiet the mind. And the other thing was one of the things I learned in the program was what other people think of me is none of my business. That was a great thing for me to remember, and it really helped me, because I was so worried about what other people thought about me. I was always so worried about if I do this or that, it's going to affect how they're going to think about me, or vice versa, you know, whatever. And it's a really good thing to really go within yourself, really get quiet, really get closer to God, your spirit guides. I talk to the universe every day. I talk to my spirit guides every day. I talk to God every day. And I just made it a ritual. And it's like I feel like that's all I'm doing all day long. And I talk to myself even under my breath. But it's like I know I'm talking to my guides. I know I'm never alone. And I've been proven to them many times, you know, that I'm just never alone. I always feel like somebody's here, even though I'm in a room by myself. I feel like there's 100 people in here with me right now. And it's just me and my dog. So, you know, it's just going within, really, you know, learning to quiet the mind, get closer to God. It's healing all those older aspects of you. And it's really learning, for me, it was learning how to figure out what my gifts are and what I'm here for. It's also, you're going to be learning more about energy and healing. For me, it was about energy and healing. Each person might be different, so I think everybody's journey is different. It's like everybody's awakening is different. Everybody's awakening could be due to something else. You know, mine was to help me to wake up and remember that I've had a spiritual gift my whole life. And I totally forgot about it. I don't know how I forgot about it, but I got so sucked into 3D Matrix world that I wasn't living my spiritual truth. And so it's really good to do, if you're doing soul work, is to really journal. That was the biggest tip that I had wished I paid more attention to when they were telling me this stuff. So it was like they told me years ago that I'm here to heal myself so I can help to heal others. So I was like, okay, I totally believe that. And I know there's more than that. And I know that there's more layers of the onion that are being, taken off more and more each day. And but I just want to help you. So if you are going through something like this, if you're going through a deeper level and you just don't know why you can't get past certain hangups or certain triggers, is you're not going deeper enough. You're not asking the right questions to yourself. And you need a journal. Journal, meditate, because we all have the answers within ourselves, but we get so stuck up in here and thinking about it that we forget to go into our hearts. So the biggest trick was to really learn to quit overanalyzing everything that happened, and quit living the story over and over and over and over and over. Quit trying to put blame on everything. Things happen. And the one thing I had to really learn was that I had chosen this life before I came down here. Even though some parts were suckier than others, I still chose to live my life the way it is. And you know what? I really don't regret it, because I wouldn't become the person I am today. I wouldn't have learned the gifts or remembered the gifts that I have, that I'm here to help people. One of the things I also had to remember was that we're just here having a human experience, that we're spiritual beings having a human experience, that this is not really real, that we're living more in a matrix world that's controlled by everything on the outside. But when we go on the inside and I listen to my guidance, I feel, when I listen to my heart, I feel like I'm listening more to the guidance. So that was the whole thing. It was like learning, when we're waking up from this, our awakening, and we're waking up to the truth of who we really are. We're waking up to the truth of who runs the world. We're waking up to politics. Is so much stuff that people are waking up to, and everybody has a different level and a different journey than, say me, that I've had to go through. So everybody has a different way of processing, and one that they just want me to share all that. The good things, they just want me to share the pinpoints. They want me to just wrap this up. I don't know why, but they're like, I'm talking too much. Okay, so pinpoint: meditate, journal, get quiet. Really get away from the TV. Don't watch newspapers, TV. I mean, you watch TV every so often, but don't get hung up on it. Don't have that absorb your whole life. Get into music, walking, exercise. Those are great tips to really help you to really get through the work and to really process through, because when you're working and the energies are flowing, you're getting all the chakras moving and getting them unblocked. So it's like when you're sitting still and you're sitting in that energy, you're just sitting in stuck energy. So you want to get the flowing, you want to get it moving, get it flowing. Okay, so I think that was it. I'm sure I probably forgot something. There's always something I always think about later after I've done a video. I don't cut. I don't do editing. I just do these as, as one shots, or as I'm being guided to do, because they're telling me when I need to do these. So I don't do editing. I don't even know how to do editing yet. So you're hearing it straight from them, what they want you to hear. I hope this helps you, but if you have any comments or questions or another topic you want me to talk about, leave in a comment below. I'll be so happy to help you guys out. And if you are looking for a spiritual reading, or if you're looking for a reading, you can always email me at Jaeneenspiritualmedium@gmail.com. Or you can check me out on Instagram or Facebook as well. I believe it's under Celestial Guidance with Jaeneen. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps you. And my heart goes to you if you're going through this deep work, but be easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It's like we're just going through an experience, It's all it is. Just make it fun. Make it for you, because that's what it is. you make it harder for yourself than it needs to be. And I made it harder for myself than it needed to be. So I just wanted to help somebody else out there don't have to go through it as hard as I had to go through it. It's kind of yucky, and it don't have to go there. You don't need to be in your head. Get in your heart. Okay, thank you. I hope this helps. You have a great night. Bye. Blessed be.